Hello everyone, my name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to another one of my album reviews. Let's just get into the Great Southern Trendkill. Alright, Cowboys from Hell was my first Pantera album that I went out and purchased. This was actually my second. I believe I actually got this when I was part of one of the CD clubs. Pretty sure. Not 100%, but I want to say I'm pretty sure I bought this when I was here as part of the CD club. Okay, so I'm just going to start this album off with explaining kind of where I'm at with Pantera in my life, alright? Okay, you're going to be watching this on Friday, June the 2nd. That's when this is going to first premiere, so we're going to say 2 weeks before that. Had to go to work. I was hungover. I was in a karaoke contest. I have video footage, will be coming out. I was in a karaoke contest. And I had a few celebratory drinks. I didn't win the contest, but had a few celebratory drinks. The next morning, I'm going to work. Turning on my headset. Got the phone out, fiddling around, getting it all set up to start playing. Turn around the corner, hit play. Don't realize what comes on. Great Southern Trendkill right off the bat, man. Just my eyes shot up, and I'm like, whoa, okay, I'm awake now. It's too early in the morning for this. Fuck. Whew. Man, not that angry. Never was that angry. Great Southern Trendkill, the song itself. That's my story with the song itself, man. It's just never been that angry. Alright, after that we go into War Nerve. War Nerve has some great grooves and riffs, man. To be honest, Phil's voice is what's always bugged me when it comes to Pantera. I know I say that and everybody's gonna be, okay. Phil has a fantastic singing voice. I really do dig Phil's singing voice. Distinctions, okay? Phil's screaming voice, yelling voice is, the pterodactyl scream is one thing. But Pantera barely makes it into my rule of I gotta understand 50% of the words without having to look at the lyrics, okay? Barely, because of constant screaming. But overall, I don't mind War Nerve. It's not a bad tune. It's the music that gets me going on it, but it's not one that I go out of my way ever to listen to. After that, we get into Drag the Waters. Now, this is one of two songs I had heard that made me actually want to pick up this album. And you take all the best parts of what I just said about the last song, so you got the good riffs, the grooves, everything like that. And then you have Phil singing a little less screamy. And it makes for a good, badass metal song, you know? I feel that Dimebag Darrell was channeling his inner Iommi on this one. So that's pretty fucking cool with me, man. That's the way I look at that. That is followed up by Tens. I was surprised when I was re-listening to this. And considering all the bitching everybody did about all the metal bands sounding grunge and whatnot, going back and listening to this song, wow, man. Very Alice in Chains sounding to me. It really is, you know. And the nice part about this song is Phil's vocals are actually very dynamic and versatile on this one. You get a very good range on this one. So it's kind of nice, you know. So as much as I was, bagging on Phil, I do like what Phil can do. It just, unfortunately, the screaming's not my thing. Okay, 13 Steps to Nowhere. I finally get to mention Vinnie Paul's drumming. All right. I never talk about Vinnie Paul and I never talk about Rex. It's always Dimebag and it's always Phil. Vinnie Paul is a great straight ahead drummer. You know, you don't, when you think of great drummers, Vinnie Paul's not going to be one of the ones that typically comes to mind unless you're a Pantera fan. And the reason for that is he doesn't do anything. He holds the beat. He keeps the tempo. He plays what is necessary. He doesn't overcomplicate it, you know. He realizes that it's him and the bassist. That's a rhythm section. That's all they got. So they got to be tight. And that's what Vinnie Paul does. So he doesn't do a lot of out there drumming, especially considering, you know, Pantera is a pretty straightforward 4/4 kind of band, you know. Not to say, you know, there's going to be, you guys get what I'm saying, all right? I'm not detracting anything. Where I'm going at is on this song, 13 Steps to Nowhere. This is where Vinnie Paul actually gets to play something a little bit different, a little out of his normal comfort zone, his normal character. And it really helps stand out, you know. It really makes this track pop because it is something different from everything else, drum wise. And I really can dig on that. And you know, that's the cool thing. You don't need an entire album where every song kind of pops on the drums, or every song on the drums has got to be crazy and complicated or wild and fantastic. You just need one song that does it. And 13 Steps to Nowhere does it very well on this one. After that, we going into Suicide Note Part 1. This was the other song I really dug on, which is why I picked up this album when it came out. This one, okay, so you guys are going to really hate me for what I'm going to say. This one's got that fucking crazy ass cowboy sound I love, man. And I'm not saying country sound, I mean cowboy sound, man. There's just something capturing it. And the best, and this is where, oh my God, I'm going to take so much flack on this one. The only song I can theoretically come up with to compare it to in my brain with that kind of cowboy sound is Bon Jovi's Wanted Dead or Alive. Sorry, guys. It just, there's other songs out there, like, but when I start listing off some of these other songs, I'm going to start saying I'm going to get even more into actual country. Because Steve Earle's got a couple songs that kind of got that, you know, like that badass cowboy kind of stuff. But this one, I just, and that intro that's going on, I'm not sure if it's synths that's going on, if it's just some cool guitar effect going on. And then you've got what sounds like the guitar line at the end of the song being played in reverse at the beginning of the song. I could be wrong on that. I'm not 100% sure. All I know is you got all this going on, and then you throw in some wicked ass acoustic guitar sound. Like, I mean, just the way that they go on that one, man, it's a beautiful song. Some really heavy, beautiful song. I don't know if it's my favorite Pantera song because, you know, Cowboys from Hell is still pretty heavy and hardcore for me. But this might be the next one in line. If, you know, as I get older, maybe, and I become more of an old man, this one might become more of my favorite than Cowboys from Hell. But yeah, man, this song, Suicide Note Part 1, is just magnificent, and it's Phil's voice that helps as well, and everything. It's just, the downside is to this song, as much as I love it, this is very heavy production value song, so live replication would not be the same, unfortunately. Suicide Note Part 2, way to ruin a good thing. Just not into Suicide Note Part 2, that's all. Just, it didn't do anything for me, still doesn't do anything for me. Um, yeah. Living Through Me, Hell's Wrath. It's a decent track. Floods. I really dig on this track as a stoner track. If you're into stoner metal, like, like that California stoner metal kind of stuff, man, it's a really good track, man. And as a Canadian, I got the bonus of, I can legally do this. Sit back, smoke a joint, and just listen to the song, man, and keep it simple and enjoyable. That's just primo. Uh, the Underground in America, man, it's there. And then you got Sandblasted Skin Reprise ends the album as Crazy It Starts. Love the fake out that ends out the track before it comes back in. It's cool. I like the fake out. The fake out's fun. The song's not bad itself. Overall, I I definitely think Great Southern Trendkill is the only song that could have started the album. Uh, I don't think there was a song on this album that was a true definitive closer. Sandblasted Skin is, probably the closest to it. And it was done well. Overall, would I recommend this album? If you're into Pantera, if you're just getting into Pantera, depending on what you already own, yeah, sure, why not? It's a good album. It's not bad. If you can pick it up used, pick it up used. I don't know if I'd buy a new one. If there's a special anniversary edition one that has extra tracks, something like that, sure, go for a new. If you're just looking for the basic copy, I would say look for a used copy, good quality used copy. I, like I said, I ordered it. I'm pretty sure I got this either through Columbia House or BMG. I don't know which. Based on the back, I want to say it was probably Columbia House because it doesn't have BMG marked on it anywhere. Realistically, there's three songs I do go out of my way to listen to on here. I Drag the Waters, Suicide Note Part 1, and Floods. I do honestly enjoy those three songs. That's kind of where it is for me with this album. Part of me gets why Pantera had to come to an end, unfortunately, especially at this album. Like, there is another album after this, I believe. You got Reinventing Steel after this. And as much as I would have loved Pantera to stay together, I do also get why they had to go and do different things because the quality on this album, definitely, if we're looking at, the first three albums compared to this one, not quite the same. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Anyways, folks, those are my thoughts, my views, my opinions. Let me know what you think. That's what the comment section is for. Drop me a line. On your way down, there's a link to Patreon. Feel free to throw me some money that way. There's a like button, a subscribe button, a little bell for notifications. I do have it set up where these are supposed to all go over to Rumble. They're not transferring over properly right now, so we're just going to see how that goes. And I normally would mention locals at this point. I think I might stop mentioning locals for a while because I still haven't figured out what I'm doing over there either yet. Okay, folks. Yeah, that's how this goes, right? All right. Peace. Love. Take care.